Let's give a resounding applause to our Lifetime Achievement Recipient Award winner, M.V. Tanksale, Chairman and Managing Director, Central Bank of India. Presenting, requesting everyone for a standing ovation as we present a citation to Shri M.V. Tanksale. And this is an honor that I guess every PR personnel in the house feels inspired and aims to achieve one day. You are here with us, inviting you to please share your thoughts on this momentous occasion.
Very good evening. The dignitaries on dais and the recipient of the awardees and the participants. It's indeed a great pleasure to be with you all this evening. In fact, when I was communicated that I've been conferred with this Lifetime Achievement Award, for a moment I thought I had really grown old. Because the Lifetime Achievement normally goes to the people who are out of the practice. Let me tell you that yes, I might be retiring in July, but then for me, the HR practices and this award is a journey and not the destination. Let me tell you very frankly. Well, whenever you are called for receiving an award, you always put a question that should you accept? Should you go? Let me tell you that in my bank, from the day when I started a practice that all such initiatives we must support and we must participate. The advantage, the entire organization goes competitive. And let me tell you, that is also one of my HR practice where I see that the people, as rightly said by personal branding by Mr. Sunil Rai, I appreciate this is what is really required, and particularly for the employees of the PSUs. I sincerely thank the juries. I really have a great admiration and appreciation for the passion of Mr. Kamleshwar Sharan and the patronage which is offered by Dr. Bhaskar Chatterjee. Let me tell you, wherever I get to know that Dr. Bhaskar Chatterjee is there, and if I get an opportunity, I do go there. Thank you, sir. Let me share a few thoughts as a practitioner that how do you really come across various situations and where as a practitioner you have to really show your real engagement in the HR, because I very strongly feel that although I have not done HR as any particular course or the management program or anything, but I think I imbibed it because I strongly believe that if I am here today as a chairman of Central Bank of India, somebody has given me a hand. Right in my early career, somebody must have really pulled me out. Somebody must have projected me. Somebody should have probably given me a right opportunity. Somebody would have seen the spark in me. I think this is what I strongly believe is in HR. I'll give you 2-3 incidences. What happens in the public sector? You will be amazed that even the sub-staff, a PN who joins the organization, can aspire to become an officer and maybe an executive, you don't know. And it is by settlements, by arrangements, and quite often, we at the field, operation level, we always come across with the problem, sir, I got one sub-staff promoting clerk, what do you do? Sir, he is not able to deliver what is required. Believe me, in Union Bank of India, while I was a zonal manager, I said, okay, fine. I said, when they are a compulsory part of my system, what is my responsibility is to upgrade their skills, upgrade their honor in themselves. And so I started calling a batch of the sub-staff promoting clerks. And the first thing which I told them, what do you feel your family would like to know about you? Would they like you to be understood as a sub-staff even today? Or they take a pride in saying that my father, my husband is a clerk and might become an officer? Let me tell you, the whole hall gets emotional. The classroom gets emotional. I mean, if you feel that your children would like to say that I'm a son of a clerk of a bank and would not like to carry a brand of a sub-staff, I think you need to first elevate your morale. Then develop skills. And let me tell you that this is what is a success story which I have carried. And the same thing which I did, Dr. Bhaskar Chatterjee, that when I joined Central Bank of India, I got to know that Central Bank of India has much more challenge on this count, because with every recruitment of a clerk, 15% has to come from a sub-staff promotion. And the first thing which I thought I must declare is that let's give the incentives and let's identify that how do you make it a human asset by the time they really acquire a position. We all talk about human resource development, and I appreciate, as Mr. Rai said, that it's really not a management. It's a development of a core asset. And the pleasure which you get out of it is immense, immense, immense. Let me tell you, I narrate a small anecdote. I got 2-3 minutes more, I suppose. I was a zonal manager in Mumbai as a general manager. I had 4 DGMs working for me, 3 as regional managers and 1 as in charge of the biggest branch of Union Bank of India. And there was a promotion process going on for the general manager's post. And 2 of my DGMs were participating in that. And this is such a elevation where 1 out of 3 or 1 out of 4 makes it. The vacancies will be hardly few. I remember it was 6 vacancies. And across the country, people are participating. Each zonal manager can claim that he has contributed his best and he would like his DGMs to make. And let me tell you that it was the biggest challenge for me, that because I was the best performing zone in the bank. These 2 boys of mine were doing the best. Well, every promotion process, let me tell you, I do call all my colleagues, even as chairman, I called my EDs, I'll tell you later on. These 2 boys, I called them. I sat with them for a day almost, spent a day in them that why they should be a general manager. And they were interviewed. It was a difficult time for me to see that what the result comes. If one of them makes it, who makes it? Because typically for the management, people say the promotion is a management prerogative. I would say it's a management compulsion. Because the management has to really look at that, where do you get the right person to head the right thing? And sometimes, it's very, very difficult. Typically it will be a geographical allocations and all that. And I was really worried that what happens if they don't make it, if both of them do not make it. I was sure one is going to make it. And let me tell you, when the result came, my chairman called me, Mohan, both the boys have made it. And let me tell you, it was such a pleasure for me. And I informed my wife first, look here, I have won the game. She said, you're not so happy when you yourself got the promotion of a general manager. Why so? I said, look here, when I become general manager, there were others to take a pleasure out of it. Today my boys have become general manager. It's me who should take the best pleasure out of it. And today I take a pride I take a pride that two of my EDs are heading two big banks, the bigger banks than Central Bank of India. Mr. Dubey, whom you saw on the screen, was my ED. He was my General Manager in Punjab National Bank. Mrs. Iyer, who is heading, was the chairperson of Bank of India. That is the pleasure which you get. A very recent moment. Last 3 months, I was struggling to give the promotions to my DGMs as General Manager, because in public sector, you have to always look at and plan the career for people. If you can promote them as of 1st of April, they are eligible for the process. If you promote them after 1st of April, they lose 1 full year. And I was struggling that no, my bank must get a proper share in the industry. Central Bank has not seen for many years the centralite going to the industry as EDs and CMDs. The first case, my three general managers went for an interview for ED. Again, I spent time on them. I invested time on them. Not spent, I invested time on them, prepared them. And I'm very proud to say that 2 of them are going to the industry as executive directors. There were 27 DGMs to be interviewed for the post of GM, and couple of them have got as long a service as 8 to 10 years. It means they are a definite product for the ED's level and the CMD's level. But if I don't give the promotion of 1st of April, they miss 1 full year. I struggled. I went to the Secretary of Banking. I said, sir, I must get these approvals because of the relaxations and all that. And on 28th, when I had scheduled my interviews on 29th, on 28th board meeting, my board members say, Mr. Tanksale, you don't have approval. How do you proceed with this? Believe me, I ensured to get a call from the ministry that, well, we have permitted Tanksale orally to go ahead. The approvals will follow. I conducted the process on 29th of March. The approval came on 4th of April, and I declared the result as of 1st of April. And again, 2 of my boys who got as of 1st of April will be a material for EDs and CMDs in the bank. And let me tell you, sir, the biggest pleasure which I got out of it is that my interview board was none other than Dr. Preetam Singh, the HR experts from the institute, I think what is Management Institute of Gurgaon, and Mr. M.V. Nair, another HR practitioner, former chairman of Union Bank of India. We interviewed 27 candidates and 10 were to be taken. Believe me, the interview panel said, Mohan, it's very, very difficult. How do I give you the people? All 27 are the GM material. I think that is what is the credit as a CEO of the bank gets, that you have tried to invest on everyone. I think this is what I would have loved to share. One more thing. This Greentech Foundation talks and takes care of a lot of CSR activities. I feel CSR again is an HR initiative. I'll tell you how. Sir, in Union Bank of India, we do a CSR activity under the banner of Send Sanskriti. And these CSR activities are pursued by the spouses of the executives. Chairman's wife is a chairperson for Send Sanskriti. Chairman has got 16 zonal managers and 77 regional managers. The wives of 16 zonal managers and 77 regional managers are the link and the in charges of the CSR in their respective regions. And a big team is getting created in the Central Bank of India where the families are collecting together. They are talking to each other. They are sitting together. Let me tell you, bringing the families for the employees, it is by default you have got to be there whether you like it or not. But for families getting together, the wives of all executives in Mumbai enjoying time with the wife of a chairman and wife of the EDs, the wife of this normal officer spending time with the wife of regional manager. I think this is all leads to a lot of HR benefits in long run. And in any case, everyone is made to feel that we must give back to the society. So I very strongly feel that let not CSR be seen only as a contribution of financial contribution. It needs a lot of engagement. And this engagement, what we try to achieve in Central Bank of India, I get utmost satisfaction. I think, sir, with these words, it's a momentous occasion for me. I would be humbled to accept this award and give credit total credit to my parents. My wife, who has supported me all along, she is in USA, otherwise she would have been here to be one of the most happiest person. My children, who must have sacrificed because we bankers take so many transfers that at times counting their schools is difficult. The mentors, as I said that, from the day one, if someone is holding, let me tell you, I always tell this experience to all my colleagues. In 1974, when I joined Union Bank of India at Gwalior, my branch manager, Mr. A.B. Gujarati, he handed over the file to me of Mr. D.P. Mandalia. Mr. D.P. Mandalia was the financial advisor to G.D. Birla. And my branch was holding the shares portfolio, loan against the shares of D.P. Mandalia and Indumati Mandalia, his wife. And the first day I was taught that you are a relationship manager. We are talking about this terminology today in 2000 and onwards. What is wealth management? What is relationship banking and all that? My branch manager taught me the relationship banking in 1974. I think this kind of a mentoring, when you start getting from your branch manager, from your regional managers, so on and so forth. I would like to take the name of my regional manager, Mr. Sule, my development manager, Dr. Late Mishra, and the best part of it, my mentors, Mr. Leelada, the former Deputy Governor, Mr. Cherian Varghese, Mr. M.V. Nair, the former Chairman of Union Bank of India, the present Chairman of Punjab National Bank, Mr. K.R. Kamath. When he joined, in fact, I was sort of had an opportunity to heading the Financial Bank for 4 months when Dr. Chakravarti moved to Deputy Governor Reserve Bank. When Mr. Kamath came, in the very first announcement, this is all again HR. On the very first announcement, Mr. Kamath declared that there are 3 C.M.Ds in the bank. Me and my 2 EDs. The decision taken by any one of them will be supported by other 2. These are all lessons to be learned. And the foremost in the HR is the transparency. He declared that we shall decide the rules of the game in the beginning together. But then, as rightly said by Sir on sanctity, once the rules of the game are set, the game has to be played within the rules by everyone, irrespective of what he is. And I think these are all great things which we have learned from our mentors. To my respect to all my mentors, at the end, I will say that if you want to be an HR person, or you need, you are to be called CEO with HR orientation, you need a lot of encouragement from your own employees. And hats off to my 35,000 Centralites who have been encouraging me for last 2 years that Mr. Tanksale, please go ahead. वो नारा देना बहुत आसान है, आप आगे चलो हम आपके साथ हैं, but to practice it is very, very difficult. Let me tell you that every point, all my 35,000 Centralites and their families have rejoiced to be with the direction in which the bank wants to really go about. So my thanks to all those 35,000 employees. At the end, my sincere thanks to the Greentech Foundation. Dr. Bhaskar Chatterjee, who has been the encouragement to all of us for all along in the public sector. We all say with pride that working with the public sector is a great, great opportunity because the diversity and the complexity with which we work, let me tell you, it's very, very difficult. The people in the private sector do have choices. We have to live with whatever is given to us, and we live with that. So I think I always respect Dr. Chatterjee because he is one person who has been driving the HR in the public sector. So thank you very much. Thanks to Mr. Naik, and all the best to all of you. Let me tell you once again that this is all a journey for all of us and not the destination. So please carry it forward. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Mr. Tanksale. And I would now like to request Mr. Sharan to present a gift, a memento to Mr. Tanksale. Thank you.